All right, all right. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, let's get started. It's been a while. I got some privacy. Um, my internet's back on, so not God willing, but if I really can get off my ass and just upload it and edit it and shit. But I think I'm gonna call this one like Gender Warzone. Gender Warzone. I don't really think there's a war between genders, but I think in certain places, maybe with democracy or when feminism is okay, whatever, just something. But just this is what I'm noticing. That because I was riding my bike, I was riding my bike. I got a bike now. I'm just riding around where I live, getting places, feeling good. But I just got it fixed. It's a rusty bike, but I might get a new one, but not now. But I'm just happy to have mobility. Saves money. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy shit! Right now, the guy in America, and yes, this in a sense it's a MGTOW video. The guy in America doesn't really have an angle anymore, or just in general. What I mean by that is you have some women who want to be led. Don't mind it. Don't care. You can have three of her girlfriends as long as she's a part of it. She doesn't care. You got some females where they only want you, and they're malicious. They want to take everything you got. They want, it's just. I didn't forget what I was thinking, but it was so much, and it was so much. But I just really the one thing I realized about a guy getting a girl pregnant is that this is what I've seen like two or three occasions. I've seen this where the female and the guy they're together. They're lovey-dovey land. She gets pregnant. She's enjoying the pregnancy. She's walking around. She's tired, whatever. And then just a baby shower, and then it's like yay. And then she has a baby. And like kind of like soon after that, she gives trouble. She gives trouble. She's like she's doing mad. She's doing crazy shit. And you're like, why the fuck is she doing this? She breaks off with you, gets upset, walks off, comes back a month, 2, 3 months later, whatever, and then realize she fucked up. What I kind of realized from that is that, especially in the sense black woman, African American woman, what I've realized, or just woman of color that's poor, what I've realized is that with them doing that, it sets them up to be good for life, and it's pretty obvious. I didn't think about it, but it just kind of hit home because I'm using POF, right? I'm a MGTOW trying to date women and shit. I'm a young guy, so I don't want to just give up on it, right? So here it is. I'm using POF, and it's this one chick, right? And she's like, what, 26, 27, supposedly. Has a kid, 3 years old, has a daughter. And I'm just like, all right, cool. In a sense, I'm trying to get in her pants. I'm looking at her like, I want to fuck her. I'm thinking, can I fuck her? I'm just wondering who she is really, right? So we get to talking, and it's not really talking. It's kind of small chat. Like in a sense, I can small chat, but I can big chat. If she introduces politics to the game, activism, living better, like if she can, it's not like I'm talking about dreams. I feel like that's what it is when it comes to this woman that I'm talking to, this female I'm talking to, is that she's looking for, and she told me herself, she dates older men. Now when I hear that, when a female says she dates older men, she has a kid or doesn't have a kid, she says that to me, I'm like, okay, you want someone to lead you, or you want someone to take care of you in your bullshit. Because right now you have neither. You have no direction, no guidance, and you have nothing to really say. Yay! Like you're living the bottom of the barrel life, and you want to come up. I respect that in a sense. It's guys who want to get with older women who have a lot of money and take their money, all types of bullshit. So everyone's kind of rotten in a sense. And and she said that to me, and I was like, oh my god. I was just like, because there's another one who said it to me. I think the same age. I don't think she had a kid, but it's just they didn't have from what I'm figuring out and I'm looking at, they don't have that that spunk, that woo, you awesome. They're pretty basic bitches. I don't care how much I don't care how many pretty pictures they take, outfits, and their butt sticking. I don't give a fuck what and it's the funny part is that as they get older, they realize the only commodity they have to sell is their body. That's why it's kind of weird in a sense. It's kind of biology. Now, what I figured out when I was coming back home was that females right now in certain countries can monetize their biology. Now, what I mean by that, not like their body, like oh they look good. I'm talking about like their body plus the way they're built. As in, they walk up to a guy and say, "Can you give me $5 or can you point?" If they ask a guy for something, the guy most of the time is going to help them out. He's not going to turn them down, especially if their attitude is sweet and pretty. You're just going to go, "Oh hey, oh here's $5. Here you go. You need a ride? You need a ride?" But a guy doesn't work the same. "Hey man, can you give $2?" Looking at you like, "Huh? I don't know. I don't know if I want to give you $2. You might rob me. You might kill me. You might, whatever." So there's a biological difference in how we look at each other. Now, for these two chicks, they're not rotten hoes or nothing, but they're just kind of like they're simple, basic bitches who, if I really got in their head, they don't have anything. They don't have the way I see. And you know what it is? It bites me is that there's no culture. There's no culture for people of color to latch on in America. We got Jamaican food, we got African food, we got a lot of churches, but that's not enough to say, like, that's not enough. That's not enough. We don't have, as people of color in this country, we don't have enough culture to say we like it here. We don't like it here. We like the Nikes, we like the Jordans, we like the cars. We like having a good time, but that's as far as it goes. You know what I'm trying to say? There's nothing to work at. There's no like fucking building or temple or there's nothing like that to say let's work on life. So again, going back to the point I made before, when if a female gets pregnant by a guy she likes or loves or whatever, he's really in danger. He's not free. Depending on how much work he puts in, but he's not free. And that's why I looked at it like, holy shit. Once a female has a child, in a sense, she's set for life. What I think is that a lot of females, if they get pregnant, you want to get pregnant by a dude that can provide. And that's a no-brainer. That's really an essential. But again, they can be malicious with it. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's where the double-edged sword is coming right now, is that females in their biology, they can get away with a lot. They can do a lot. And as a guy, there's no consequence. Let's put it like that. Let me put it like that. I got these I think this other chick calling me. She's like younger than me, right? And I don't call her like that. I don't call her. If she calls me, I'll call her. Because I'm like, "Oh shit, I missed your call." But I don't call her. She's a cool chick, but then again, here's what, like, it's just realizing the malicious, like subliminal, instinctual actions of a female is just really riveting. And like now I understand a little bit more MGTOW videos and Patrice O'Neal. Women don't want to win; they want a winner. You know what I'm trying to say? Just women biologically need men. They don't like that, or some of them don't like that. So you have some who are just leading the charge, and I don't want men, but then they need men. So I feel very behest in a sense, because I'm not stuck, but I can speak the language of like the gender war zone. I don't feel like we're on the same team like I'm on the same team with a female. Like, yeah, we're on the same page. Like that's why I don't feel. I don't know how to put it. I just came like it was a long bike ride in a sense, so I'm not really. I'm not really like. I don't know how to put it, but I'm not like super crisp to talk about it. I probably should recorded this when I was like on the bike, but I felt like I need to focus, but I just felt sick. I felt bad. I felt real bad. I felt real bad for people in the sense that I knew that have kids, because they have to hold down a fort on such a level that he gains the respect of the female, and then he doesn't get any trouble from her. But that's gonna keep going and going until like the kids. So I feel sick. I don't feel helpless, but I feel sick that, in a sense, say the chick I'm talking to that says she likes to date older men. If I up my game 3 levels, and I'm at the stage of an older man, now she's looking at me like, "Yeah, what's going on? Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "What do you got?" "I got level 10. What you got?" I got level 3. I mean, I can, do a little this and that. I'm not interested in that. So I think right now maybe what's happening globally, like to take it on a global level, there's like a fucking Agenda 21 or something like NWO, where they want people to how can I put this? They want people to mix the gene pool. Mix the gene pool. So say I come from a background where my family cooks all the time. It's good food. It's good healthy food. And I date a chick who's just like ratchet and rotten, and she just eats junk food every fucking day. And I nut in that bitch. I'm like, ugh. Oh, I fucking howl like a wolf. I bust a nut in this bitch. She goes, oh my god, okay. And then 8 months later, baby shower. I'm about to have a baby. And then the baby comes out, and the baby is either really heavy, really like there's something about what's in our baby that's not natural. So I feel like that could be that could be it. I mean, it's kind of like some conspiracy shit, but I feel like it where it's just kind of like you have guys, and I've seen videos or heard commentary about guys going to Brazil, and just to think about that, like I gotta go hop on a plane if necessary, 2 planes, maybe 3. I gotta hop on 3 planes maybe to go to another country to get the type of cooperation I need from a female versus trying it here. If you have to try it here, you have to be kind of like pseudo aggressive with it, and that's the point. That's part of the problem for me. Is like I know like I don't know how to be aggressive, but that takes a lot of energy out of a dude to constantly be tested to see if you're willing to live in this world. Now, in a sense, that I mean, it's what it is. But then I look at it like you ain't shit though. Like that's the crush. That's why I kind of felt sick because you got a lot of ain't shit bitches that think they the shit. Like not even like they can lean on a skill. Like literally, they don't have anything. The chick that's talking to me that has a 3-year-old kid daughter. She said, I asked her. I think on her profile says she's the boss. She's like, my profession's the boss. I turn up like, and she's not. In a sense, I guess she's ghetto. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm looking at her like, okay. But I asked her, what's your job do? She said, maintenance, landscaping, maybe whatever, some bullshit like that. I'm guessing parks departments, but she doesn't live in the city. So you know what I'm trying to say? She doesn't live in the city, so I'm guessing it's like a kind of a parks department, you know. And 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 I asked her if she was the manager. Trying to kind of in a sense trying to test her out, like, oh, you the manager because what's going on? No. And I was like, I figured. I figured you're not. I didn't say I figured. I didn't say I figured you're not shit, but I was just like, I figured you're not shit. I figured you got. This is so funny. A lot of females want to stop playing games the moment they get a kid. They get a kid. Oh, I'm tired of playing games. I'm looking for a serious relationship. That's what I'm saying. It's funny because it's kind of like to me it's like a balloon. You never had like a balloon with air and you let the air out and it makes that funny sound. That's how that's how I look at it when I see these females on either POF or a dating site that have kids. There's some of them out there. Don't get me wrong. There's some out there that do a ride or die. They got kids. They fuck with you. They talk. They can speak. This connection. But I guess maybe there's no connection with me and the chick I'm talking to now because every time she sends me a message, it's LOL, this and that, and I'm sitting here looking at her like, how can you say you want to? And this is what pisses me off is that you have these females who are like this, who are from 25 to 29 to 30, who are thinking to themselves, holy shit, I'm about to get older. I'm about to turn 30. I'm about to be 40. And they have nothing to show for themselves, no male support, and no culture in this country. And they freak out. That's why I sit there and I laugh because look at it like what I'm trying to build, what I'm trying to build. I'm sorry. What I'm trying to build, right? What I'm trying to build and what I have, is it worth this chick telling me, oh, she dates older men? Now, it's up to me ultimately, but I'm just trying to see the dilemma sometimes where it's like, as you a young guy or older guy, and you're dating or you're not dating, and you see couples, you gotta think to yourself, wow, like, how did they do it? But then I think to myself, like, is she cooperative? Does she cooperate? Is she a team player? Is she okay with your personality? Is she okay with your lifestyle? Like, why is it this control thing? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm figuring out bit by bit, and I have a team. In a sense, I have a team, but it's just kind of like I don't want to figure it all out, but I just want to tell bitches to their faces like you ain't shit. Like I feel like that's a really satisfying feeling. Now maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe I'm wasting my time, but I don't really think so. I don't really think so because it's an act. I now understand the resentment. I understand the anger of I go to the beach. You got girls in bikinis, fat titties, fat butt, fake titties, fake butt, and you're like, oh my god, you look good, and I want to lick that off her body. Like you feel good about it. And he look at you and go, no, I know. And then if you come in there with status, like, yo, I got a gold chain, I got a gold watch, I got a nice car, shut the fuck up and get in, she hops the fuck in. So I look at it like, you, there was this video by this dude named Morris 108 or 101, some shit like that, on YouTube. And this he had a video, it was old, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, some shit. And this guy, he was in like, he's a guy, he's like a nomad. He goes around and he's a journalist nomad, a nomadic journalist. And he was what was he doing? He was talking to this like Muslim Arabic priest dude. Man, it was like a 2 minute video. He was like in the days to come, in the apocalypse or whatever, the end days, every man will have 50 wives or 50 women. And Morris is like, what the hell are you talking about? That can't be serious. That sounds crazy. And I thought about it today, and I was like, holy shit. When you think about how many single women are out there, how many guys are talking to them, and how many guys they talk back to, and how many guys that can tolerate their bullshit and still have the finances to keep up with their bullshit. Almost every guy got 5 girlfriends. When you think about it, like relatively, like every guy has 3 to 5 girlfriends. Where it's like, oh, that's her, and that's her. And that's where it hit me when I was like, I felt sick because say you have a kid with one of the chicks that you don't like, but you like fucking with, now she can hold it against you. I look at it like it's a war zone. It's a gender war zone, and females right now are monetizing the shit. They're capitalizing on their biology. They're capitalizing on. They can write a complaint, get money for it. They can do all types of stuff. They're really at a place where it's like it's all about them. And I think that's very weird. I don't know what the next step is because I feel like, well, if all the men in America who are single who don't like this shit leave, hypothetically just leave, you're a lot of just empty American vaginas out there just waiting to be fucked or waiting to be held or something, and you don't have that man. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of maybe immigrants and international men coming to America and having their money from Asia or Africa or Europe, and they're going to say, hey, I'm from Africa. Hey, I'm from China. Give me a pussy. And they're going to go, okay. Because, like I said, as they get older, they hit that sweet spot or that saggy spot, that bitter spot of 30. And depending on their personality and their attitude, they have to tolerate different types of shit now. Because now it's like you're not being hunted. You're 30. You look good. But the moment I say, yo, what's up with you? How you doing? And I find out your age, I can just walk away and make her feel bad. And she's going to go, oh my God, I'm not telling anybody I'm 30. It's just kind of like you have no value. The older you get, the less value you have. As a guy, the older I get, the more value I have because I can have experience, skills, trades, anything, you name it. Material items, anything. With you're invested in beauty so much that you don't have anything to lean back on. So that's why I'm trying to say I laugh because in a sense, when I turn 30, if I live to be 30 years old, I'm going to be very curious on how females are going to treat me because I'm looking at like, you had your chance. Some guy tried to give you a chance to say what's up and you said nah. So I don't blame the chicks in the sense of like kind of like keeping their pay, like they're backing up. They're not really trying to. But then again, I look at it like it's just the saddest thing, man. It's just the saddest thing because you got females who know in their heads. That's what I'm trying to say. You got some females out there who can tell you some real shit, but choose not to because they don't want to rock the boat or whatever. But trust me, females know. Females really know what's going on behind enemy lines. Behind enemy lines, females know what's up. But for guys, we're trying to get in. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to piss them off. We're trying not to piss them off. We're trying to do so many things. But females, they know. They know. They got a kid. They don't got a kid. They know. They're 29. They know. They out of college. They got no job. They know. They're couch surfing. They know. They're borrowing their friends' clothes. Their perfumes and their sunglasses. They know. You don't got a pot to piss in, but they look good. They know. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just funny because it's kind of like I don't have to ever deal with having a vagina because I don't have a vagina. So I look at it like it's either you can get your act together and be real with me. You can be real with real ass niggas. You can be real with real motherfuckers and maybe have a shot. Or you can be stubborn and bitter and pretend like you the hot shit and then grow up to be 35 and be upset and go, oh my God, I'm 35, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here like, that's you. You gotta be humble. I'm not trying to be like a nerd that's ranting. Like I'm an upset nerd. It's just like I'm an upset person who see this shit and go, wow, like you think because you do this, you hot shit, and I can't even say hi to you. So much Patrice O'Neal videos that I watch or I have watched that now I have more of a like a critical understanding on the gender war zone. You know what I'm trying to say? Before, I was just like, yeah. I'm 21. Who cares? Now I'm like, all right, I'm starting to work out a bit. I got better clothes. I got this skill. I got that skill. I worked here, worked there. I don't say nothing, but females just go, but the moment I got that status symbol of like, yo, I don't need you, bitch. Hi. Oh, what's your name? I'm just looking at it like, it's funny, but I don't want to tolerate that shit. I will utmost tell a bitch in a heartbeat, yo, get the fuck out of my face. You whack. You got nothing to offer me. The fuck you be doing? Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you sew? Can you read the kids? Can you just whip your titties out randomly and just let me suck it? Like, I'm just kind of like just really on top of bitches because I'm just like, it's I've seen it happen where it's like, oh, she's young, he's older, he likes her, he's doing good, he's making moves, gets her pregnant, she gets a little nervous and gets a little scared, has the baby. I don't like you no more. You whack. I'm gonna put a restraining order on you. There's a lot of rotten shit out there that bitches have done. Plenty videos, plenty evidence. It's sour and it's sick. And I feel like if that happened to me, I'd be so sour and sick. I would, like, my stomach, I would like it would, I would feel it. I would want to probably throw up because I'm like, yo, you got bitches out here who are doing guys dirty. Good guys, dirty. Guys are sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, why you treat me like this? Yo, there's some, you know what it is? A part of what I just remembered when I was coming down back to make this recording was that you have a lot of bitches who are sour. They're just sour. They're just sour. They're sour grapes. And how you can tell in a sense is if they're not giving you good conversation. That's what I think. If they're not giving you good conversation, they might be busy, whatever. But if they're not bringing up anything to you and thinking about anything, they're whack. They're whack. You gotta ask them what the fuck they doing. It's like, bitch, how about you just present what you're doing to me so I can go, okay, wow, I'm curious about that. So it's kind of like, maybe some advice is, maybe some advice is just to not fuck with her that much, and I'm doing that a little bit. But going back to the point I almost forgot I was trying to say was that there's no consequence in a sense in the black community. In the black community, there's no consequence. There's no like, you killed an innocent boy that he didn't do nothing. It was a stray bullet and you killed him. You gotta leave the community. You gotta go somewhere else. You fucked up. I think some guy said that on some book. I forgot the dude's name. If I see him, if I see his name, he was in The Wire. He's like this old dude who was in The Wire, the show. He was a pastor, and he was a real time dude. Like, he really did time in jail, and he had a book, and he had like a book signing or some shit. And the guy who has the bookstore, I think it's in Chicago or like upstate New York. It was someplace. I forgot what the fuck it was. It was just some bookstore. And I was like, all right. And he was talking about how, in a sense where if somebody in his time, like 1950s or 60s or some shit, when someone did something bad, the people or certain people would go to the person's, like the culprit. They would go to the culprit's like house and talk to the mother and say, hey mother, your son did something bad. He can't stay here anymore. He gotta go. You know what I'm trying to say? There was cleanup. It was a cleanup crew. You know what I'm trying? I don't know how to really form it in terms of words. I don't know the correct terms. But what I'm trying to get at is that there's consequence. Right now, we're not living with any consequence. So when a chick gets so fucking uppity, has a kid by a dude and gets upset, she's like, and he's looking at her like, yo, I loved you. I love fucking you. You love fucking, like, you had good times. Like, why are you going crazy? And she can't even explain it. She just want to act out and be crazy. It's just kind of like, there's no consequence. That's why, in a sense, when I look at in other countries where women get stoned to death, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's really bad. But I gotta think to myself that I don't know the whole story. I'm not condoning crazy violence, but I don't know the whole story. I think I watched I watched a little documentary called Machismo in Brazil. Machismo. And it pretty much was getting on how men in Brazil in like the 1970s or 80s or some shit. It was like old footage of how they would kill their woman in sight of their honor. So to hold up their honor, if their woman did some stupid shit, he would beat her or kill her. So again, not condoning it, but there's consequence. The bottom line is there's consequence. In America, there's no consequence. A woman can spit on your shoe, spit on your face, throw a drink in your face. You do the same thing to her, she goes crazy. Why'd you do that? How could you? How dare you? And it's just kind of like, you had, I mean, But then again, I can't front. There's sometimes as men, we might do some shit, but we deserve to be slapped. So again, I think just knowing the whole story and it's like being responsible and being responsible and being sure about how you discipline people who disrespect you is the key. Not just disrespecting anybody because you feel like it. Because there's some people out there who will look somebody in the eye and go, you know what? I bet you I could spit in his face. The guy sits there and go, what the fuck was that? And she goes, nothing. It's kind of like you just did something you didn't have to do unnecessarily. You were trying to be a bully. You were on a power trip. So if you're on a power trip, you deserve to get knocked down a peg or two. I believe in that. So again, I don't really. I know it's like 25 minutes long right now, but it's a commentary, so you can listen to it, do something else maybe. But I said this at the end. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said at the end. I should just say. I mean, because I never know how long I'm gonna talk for. But yeah, man, it's just I felt real sour coming back home. I was just thinking myself, I was like, oh my god, I gotta have 50 women, I gotta have 50 wives, and it's just kind of like why I'm saying all this stuff is that it's I'm thinking ahead. I'm not thinking about right now. Sometimes you can think about right now is cool, but I'm thinking ahead of like holy shit. You have females out there who are 26, 27, look okay, don't look bad, don't look like super. Oh my god, but a really hot 7 out of 10. A really hot step, like a really almost an 8 because it could be an 8, but it's not an 8 because of those one or two things. And and they're demanding this high amount of. They're not even demanding love. They're not demanding affection. They're demanding financial support, financial stability, security, and all the rest. And I sit there and I look at it like none of these bitches ever come out of their mouth and say that shit on their profile. They just kind of like mix it in of like I'm laid back, but I like maturity. Da, da, da. So it's kind of like maturity by attitude or maturity by age. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just kind of like it's me going around kind of in a sense putting myself through it. I'm dragging myself through it, but I'm very curious. And I'm just looking at it like I look at it like as a man in this country, in America, in a sense, you don't feel like it's worth it to chase anybody. You don't feel like it's worth it to build a home and a family. You have 2 or 3 generations of females that just single mothers that are bitter, sour, whatever, and they don't care anymore. To me, tattoos and piercings and fried chicken ain't culture. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it's like how I am. I don't resemble that. I don't have tattoos. I don't have piercings. I don't have. I'm not trying to say everybody fits into that category, but just like that, in a sense, we're so desperate for culture, we'll do anything. And I feel like that's one of the scariest parts of it. Is that to me, to go after agriculture, that's not desperate. To go after permaculture, that's not desperate. To go after building my own house and being a carpenter, that's not desperate. To go after being an electrician or a plumber, that's not desperate. To gain skills is not desperate, but to augment how I look and to augment how I speak and to augment what I pay attention to. Oh, I watch BT. Oh, I watch Love and Hip Hop. It's just like that's not culture. That's not culture. That's history. That's not culture. There's a difference. Like what I fucked a fat bitch 8 years ago. That's history. That's not culture. It's not like me fucking fat bitches every 8 years or every 2 years and saying, yeah, it's the culture. If I fuck a fat bitch because of this and that, I can break it down for you. Now that's culture. But if I'm just doing it because I like to do it, well, that's a part of history. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's so interesting to really look at how females who are just like in this instance 26, 27, about to hit 30, and he got nothing really going for them besides sex appeal, and they use that, and then he sit there and try to say, oh, it's not about that. It's just like it is about that. Some guys may not tell you that, older, younger, whatever, but overall, it's about sex appeal. It's about how good do you look today, right now, next week. Can I bring you around my friends? Can I bring you to a barbecue? Can I take you on a date? You're my showpiece by nature's standards. Unless we building something. So it's like if we can build something, to me, I'm like, in a sense, you're not my equal, but we're together. We're capable of doing something. But if you have nothing and I'm dragging the whole fucking team, that means you can't say shit. So it's kind of like you have no say. So that's what I'm trying to say in the sense they're trying to find an edge and they're monetizing their biology. You're having to pay for their time. You have to pay for their time. And in a sense, when you think about it, it takes time to make money. So you're paying your time and your money that you use to get time. It's like you don't try to. You're paying double for a bitch to be around you. Not even a fucker. To just be around you and maybe fuck her if she likes you and whatever. It's whack. No females are looking at you and taking you on a date. Oh my god, you look so sexy. You want to go on a date? Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Both foreign and domestic women in America. It doesn't happen. So think I'm gonna cut it right here. I made a smoothie today, and I'm gonna drink it. Drink the rest of it, maybe. Yeah. So, toodaloo, all the rest. Tell bitches they whack. Tell bitches they whack. But yeah, man. I'll catch y'all later. I'm gonna get to editing it right now and not be a brony, a pussy. Well, bronies aren't pussy. It just feels like a faggoty term. Brony? Like, nah. Nah, I don't even know. Like, what are you doing with the ponies? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with them? Are you painting them? Or like, are you painting sculptures? Are you creating your own? Are you selling it? Are you like creating a new show to sell? I mean, I don't know. I don't really. I have no idea what the fuck they do. But I'll cut it off at that. I went off the wagon. All right. Peace be unto you. Remember, I am the student. You are the master, and vice versa. Together, we'll both learn from each other. Blah 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 blah.